I was on a call recently with a Shopify store owner and thought I absolutely had to share this with you guys because this e-commerce brand owner was not making necessarily a stupid mistake or a basic one, but rather a mistake which was proving to be extremely costly when it came to the scale of their e-commerce brand. And I'm actually able to share all of this information with you, provided that I actually keep everything anonymous. So in this video, I'm going to be going over what this specific Google Ads mistake is, so that you or your team members who are currently handling your Google Ads campaigns, or matter of fact, any advertising platform that you might be running, don't do this mistake. So within this e-commerce brand right here, this is still the client's e-commerce brand. They came to us under my Google Ads agency, Your Marketing, which if you're currently doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue, you need just a little bit of extra help scaling your e-commerce brand to the next level. Go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can possibly work together and make that happen. But this e-commerce brand right here, very successful e-commerce brand, very big one. It does about $1 million or more every single month. 90% comes from Google Ads, and as of right now, they have hundreds upon hundreds of different ad campaigns running within their Google Ads account. This is not the costly mistake I'm referring to. If we now go on over to change history, this is where the costly mistake starts to happen. So what I want to show you here is the first change done at the very top. I'm gonna be not showing you guys all of the email here for security purposes, but if you look at the end portion right here, it says bidnamic.com. This specific email is for a software, an AI software, artificial intelligence controlled, that controls the shopping ad side of things when it comes to Google Ads. But that is not it on its own a costly mistake. If we now kind of go a bit deeper into the analysis and only look at the specific campaigns run by that software, we can see it's a bunch of different shopping campaigns, all of course limited by budget, with shared budget as the budget strategy. But that is still not the costly mistake I'm referring to. Now, if we go inside one of the campaigns which is spending the most amount of money on a daily basis, go on over to change history, this is where we're able to clearly understand what that costly mistake is. And this is it right here. If you're not able to kind of determine or see exactly what I'm referring to, if we just scroll down a little bit more, we can see almost on every single date, meaning every single day, there have been some kind of massive changes done within this shopping campaign. And the worst part of all is, this is not the only campaign where this is happening, because this software is currently controlling a lot of the other shopping campaigns at the moment. So in total, there's 100 different shopping campaigns run by this AI software, which basically is automated fully, as in nobody is really controlling these campaigns along with the AI system that this software has in place. But every single one of these campaigns has changes done on a daily basis. Now, I want you to kind of just analyze what I'm saying right here, a daily basis. This is Google Ads, a search-based platform. If you try to make changes on a daily basis with every single campaign, obviously that's not gonna lead to the best results. And the main reason behind that is Google is a search-based platform. It is not like Facebook where you are forcing your ads in front of other people or your audience members. With Google, your audience comes to you. As a result, you need to be letting the algorithm optimize for the last change you made, because it's already on a second-by-second basis dealing with changes in the search volume, dealing with changes with new competitors entering the market, old competitors leaving the market, so on and so forth. So with already so many things to take into account to make your ads smarter, to show your products to the right people, now this AI software, and this is not the only one, by the way, there's a lot of other AI software similar to this where they control shopping ad side of things and do the same exact thing as done here, where they're forcing the algorithm to re-optimize every single day. And it's not even every single day, it's actually every few hours within a day. So for example, this change was made on March 28 at 2:19 a.m. and this change was made on March 28 at 10:20 a.m. So basically 8 hours apart. This software thinks it's right to make bidding changes, to make campaign changes in terms of optimizing the target ROAS, or making campaign level changes such as pausing the campaign if it's not doing well, activating it if it is doing well, and so on and so forth. This is one of the biggest mistakes you can be making in 2023 and onwards for your Google Ads account or your Shopify store in general, simply because I personally believe AI software is not ready to handle this kind of work because it does not have, number one, a brain like a human does. Number two, there is no sort of creative strategy gone into making these campaigns, because if you look at these campaigns at a very, very narrowed level, and I did this, by the way, because I was auditing this e-commerce brand to figure out what the mistakes were, we can see the overall strategy, it does not really make sense. First of all, the budget, it's basically shared budget. So a lot of different campaigns, specifically those 100 campaigns, are all sharing the budget amongst each other, which in itself is not really a bad strategy. But when you combine that with 2,249 different ad groups, that is when it becomes a problem, because now this was a filter that was chosen here. If we remove that filter completely, we can see there's actually 2,700 different ad groups within this individual campaign. If we add that filter back in, which is how many ad groups have less than one single click, that's right, one single click, that's 2,249 ad groups. So out of all of these, only 500 to 600 ad groups, meaning 500 to 600 products, are actually getting shown a little bit of a budget, and that budget is very, very small. Because if we remove this one more time, kind of rank it by the most ad spend to the least, we can see the top one has barely spent $87 in the last 30 days, whereas the average order value for this brand is thousands and thousands of dollars. So along with making changes every single day, there's a very awkward strategy when it comes to the overall segregation of the campaigns. I do recommend you segregate your campaigns, don't get me wrong, this is doing that right in the sense of segregating, but they're going above and beyond when it comes to segregation and having this weird strategy of having each individual product go inside each individual ad group, and every single ad group is running at a 600x target ROAS. Now, the reason why this is not ideal is because not every single one of these products has proven itself to run at this target ROAS, so it does not make sense to generalize the number to every single product out there. And all this is doing is it's leaving too many products untested, because if there's 2,200 different products and ad groups that have not even gotten a single link click, then we have no idea and we have no way of knowing if those products even have potential to begin with or not. So in kind of reality, what I'm kind of referring to is artificial intelligence, specifically these softwares, which, you know, are saying to be very smart, very accurate, and can do the same thing as other people handling Google Ads. It's not really the case, because as you saw here, it's a very awkward strategy. It's deciding things on its own based off of random data, which you can't really kind of pinpoint as to where they got these things, because the campaigns, they're not achieving these numbers on a consistent level. And then when you combine that with no kind of human touch, no kind of creativity, it becomes a very, very basic strategy. So the reality is you should not be making this Google Ads mistake this e-commerce brand right here made, because this is a multi-million-dollar e-commerce brand, yet they're making this mistake. If you want to scale your brand successfully, if you want to take it to the next level without losing money in the process, because believe it or not, this brand is kind of on the verge of unprofitability. It's really not making that much money, even though it's making multi-millions in terms of revenue, then you should definitely have a combination of human touch plus artificial intelligence. In fact, this is what I'm personally doing for my own e-commerce brands and recommending for clients under my Google Ads agency. That is, use artificial intelligence more for the simple tasks, and do not make this same exact mistake of supplying very big budgets, very big power to artificial intelligence related softwares, because this e-commerce brand has given this software the ability and the power to launch 100 different campaigns, which I personally believe is a bit too much, and I would not give the software this much power, because again, it's really not ready to handle that amount of work. Doesn't matter if it's at a small budget or a large scale budget. So instead, use artificial intelligence to make daily life easier, but that does not mean replace it completely with a Google Ads team member or a media buyer. But again, if you don't want to make these kinds of mistakes and you would rather get help scaling your e-commerce brand to the next level with Google Ads, and you're already doing 40K or more per month, go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and book a free call with me to see how we can possibly work together and scale your brand to the next level. But I want you to watch this video right here on my new Google Shopping ad strategy for 2023 and onwards. It implements a lot of the things which can help you get to $1 million a month or more, just like this brand right here was at, and that too profitably.